Friday, March 25th, 2022, here with your Betting Tools Show. Of course, the way the Betting Tools Show works, I just pick out 3 random tools from our websites, sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com, see what kind of picks they come up with, and of course, show you some of the tools that are available in the process and how to use them. And I know that with every week and the new rollouts of tools and the enhancements of the tools that we have each week, I know it's becoming a big thing, like a lot of things. But one thing that I've noticed about the betting tools, the coolest thing about it is, well, even the people that hate me like the betting tools, which is pretty cool. And number 2 is, one of the other things I noticed about the betting tools is that we just don't get a lot of complaints about it. Just a lot of talk about it. A lot of people asking for features that are already there. But next week, we have some major rollouts on the betting tools. And of course, we'll be here on the Betting Tools Show. I'll be talking about it in other videos, live shows, everything else to go over the betting tools with you. For today's show and in the foreseeable future, we're going to start rebroadcasting live across multiple platforms, something that we stopped doing for a while. We were primarily broadcasting on our Pick Dogs YouTube channel, and I think that we lost a little bit of our audience by doing that. A lot of people just joining us through Facebook or Twitter or some other way. So we just figured that, for the time being, and we're not going to do it forever, we'll broadcast through Facebook as well. The reason we stopped broadcasting through Facebook is they don't protect us. They don't care about us. We find that Twitter and YouTube are more likely to step in if someone, crosses a line. Not everyone's going to like me. I know that. And, there's a lot of jerks out there that think that things that are just so wrong, just so unacceptable in the world are okay, or funny or something. It's like it's like living in the 1940s or something. Like these people are just like lost. And, we're not afraid of those people. We're just sick of them. It's like, we're not afraid of them one bit. They're just tiring. It's like, who wants to look at that or read that stuff? But Facebook generally will not stand behind us on those things. Well, we find that YouTube and Twitter generally will. So that's why we've been more concentrating on those. But a lot of people use Facebook, so what the heck? And I want everyone to see our betting tools. I'm just going to give everyone about another 15, 20 seconds to join us, and then we'll just get right into the show. I don't have anything planned. I don't plan these shows. I just kind of just wing it, and we just kind of do the betting tools. We kind of just do it together. So let's just head right on over to my desktop and take a look at what's going on today. So here we are at sportschatplace.com. To get to the betting tools, you just go to the homepage. It says betting tools right there. You just click on it, and then here you are on this page. And this is basically just an overview of the betting tools. We have the upcoming schedule. These are all the games that are coming up. You can just click on that, and it just goes on and on. Here's the different sports. What's coming up. You got baseball. The upcoming games for the opening of the season. Tonight's NHL card. You've got college basketball. Of course, we know the Sweet 16 games. And of course, you have the all the tennis matches that are going on today. I'm not sure if we're going to add soccer or not. It's a good question for these guys. I will ask them. But a lot of people don't do the so Bobby is asking where everyone's at for the Betting Tools show. And I think that a lot of people, we haven't really picked an exact time that this show is at. So not a lot of people watch it live, but a lot of people watch the replay. So I think more and more will watch it as we do it. But anyways, this is just the upcoming games tab that I was just showing everyone, something that a lot of people probably haven't looked at all that much. Here's the profitable teams, another thing that people probably don't look at. But I love this one because this will tell you, who, like people say, oh, that's like me. I always complain about the Timberwolves. But if you look at the Timberwolves and if you placed a bet against the spread with the Timberwolves on every single game, you could see you would have won $65.70. So they've actually covered the spread more than they haven't. But you can do this by sport. You can look at the time frame. And you could look up here, you can see money line, or you can even look at the totals. But you can see the Memphis Grizzlies on the money line have been straight money. If you bet $10 on every Grizzlies game, if you just bet them to win without the point spread, you're up over $200 in the past year. Phoenix Suns, $193. And then you can see the steep drop off, which is normal. And then if you see only 10 teams in a 30-team league. So 20 of the 30 teams, if you just bet them to win, these are the money line bettors out there and the people that do those money line parlays, 20 of the 30 teams, so over 66% of the time, if you bet the same teams to win over and over and over again, to just win, what people call the safe bet. Nothing safe about it. It's actually 66.6% against you. And I hope that makes sense. So that's what the tools are really here to do. They're here to educate the sports bettor, put them in the right direction, and kind of protect them from themselves. And it does it to me too. It protects me from myself as well. I'm not just saying you guys, believe me, I'm one of you, and you guys know that. I never come out here and talk about spreadsheets and, percentages and any of that stuff. That's not who I am. I like to just gamble and bet just like you guys do on the games. I just might win a little more often than some of you, and some of you guys, you probably win more than I do. I hear you guys say it all the time, so I don't know why you would say it if it wasn't true. I guess maybe to prove that you're better than me or something. But one of the best, so one of the coolest things that I like about, my favorite one, people ask, what's your favorite of the betting tools? Obviously, the coolest is the player props, right? I mean, it's way cool. The parlay builders are cool. To me, I love the angles. I love the angles for Sports Chat Plays. You go to the betting angles. You look at NBA, right now we have NFL, NBA, and college football. We will have baseball here shortly. And you look here I like to look at the last 30 days and see which angles are in. So West road teams versus the Eastern Conference hitting at 58%. Road interconference 55%. And if you've been following along with these, you can see that these numbers have actually been regressing over the recent days. So when you look at the West Road versus the East, the beauty it says, so Paul is saying straight to the point. The beauty of the betting tools is there's no opinion. There's no, yes or no. There's no, embellishing on anything. We're just looking at data. We're looking at straight data, and a lot of people, that watch our shows, you guys know, I love to get sidetracked. I love the banter. I like all that stuff. And I like taking the trolls head on, right? I like doing all those things. But, when it comes to my betting and things like this, there's a reason 8 million people a month watch our site, read our sites, and watch our shows, right? I mean, there's a reason. And, the reason is that we bring it every single day. Right or wrong, we show up the next day every single time. We don't change our name to a new clown logo and disappear or any of those things. But let's see. Got on this angle with the road West team at the East, we got the Utah Jazz at the Hornets, -4 tonight. I like the Hornets in that game, but according to this angle, which has been hitting, you can see it right here, the history of this angle. So I'm on the other side of that one personally. And then I like this one. I like the Golden State Warriors against the Atlanta Hawks. I agree with this one. So for me, I would probably skip the Utah Jazz bet only because of my own, beliefs. But the Golden State Warriors bet is right in line with where I'm at anyway. Let's see. We have a question here. I want to try. The comment screen is off of here, so let me see. Do you use the Pinnacle closing line for your spread data? No, we don't. We use the U.S. sportsbooks. So all of these tools are 100% free at our websites, sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. But pick number one for our betting tool show, and you can see there's hundreds of picks available to you each day. We're going to go with this one, the Golden State Warriors plus the 2.5. Okay, that'll be pick number one of our betting tool show. And we did it using the angle tools. So we just went to tools. We clicked on angles right here in the drop down. And that's how we got there. So when there's you saw the ones that we looked at. So here's all sports. You want to go to here and hone in on the sport you want to do. Right now, we only have these 3. And we went to NBA. I like to look at the last 30 or 90 days, but we looked at last 30. So some of them will have this green triangle in the corner and some of them won't. The green triangle means that there are games that fit that angle today. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, so that's how we know that it fits. We don't have soccer on here yet, but I will find out about it. If we're going to include that or not. I know that we have the data. It's just we haven't rolled it into this data yet. I know at some point it will be there. I just don't know when that's going to be. But one of the other things, I went over the standings yesterday and this morning. It's super robust, so we'll save that one for tomorrow. A fun one, for this is the best parlay. We did this one yesterday, and I think we should just do it every day. With the parlay, you can do up to 10 teams. Let's just do 8, see what comes up. It's super simple. You pick the sports that you want to include here. Like say you don't want hockey or you don't want tennis, you can just click them that way. We'll include everything. And then spread, money line, or total. You can decide if you want it or if you don't want it. And then here you can decide how many teams you want in the parlay. So I originally just put 8 in there just to see what would happen. Let's just do lucky 7, all right, and see how many it is. Super simple. You just click on here. You generate the parlay. Now, some of these parlays, if you notice the date up here. So this one includes a Saturday. So we're going to want to take that out because we just want today. So here, it just replaces it with something else. We're not really looking at any other criteria except for the date in order to change these. These are kind of tennis heavy right now because that's what there's the most games of. And here's another one. So I know nothing about betting tennis, but it really doesn't matter. It's all covered here. And as you change the games in here, you can see the odds change at the bottom. You see that? It's right here. You'll see this change as this changes. So you see that? It automatically reflects what's on the screen. But there it is. $10 pays out $2,763.75. And all you have to do is click here on any of these sports books to bet it. So that's how the parlay tool works. Nice and easy. Well, head over to pickdogs.com. We'll click on the betting tools over here at PickDogs. And the betting tools can be found right here in the menu. It's very similar, to the sports chat betting tools, but at PickDogs, the betting tools are geared towards the underdog. Okay. One of the nice things that's at both of our betting tools is the sportsbook offers. We don't push sports books. We leave that for the Euro sites. I mean, they push you like crazy. It helps us a ton if you sign up for a sports book with our site. I'm not going to lie. It definitely supports us and helps us. And if it's something that you're doing anyway, we would appreciate it if you use ours. We're not here to trap you into signing up for a sports book or push you the way that some of the other European sites do. It's not how we operate. You guys know that. We're all about content first. But if you're looking for a sports book, you can go here, and here's all the available offers in each state, and you just click here on the drop-down menu. You find your state. And it will show you all the offers that are available there, the best ones. So nice and easy. And then so PickDogs, the difference between the PickDogs tools and the Sports Chat tools are at Sports Chat, we have favorites and underdogs. So when you look at things like the parlay, you'll see right here, Detroit Pistons -4 at -112. Right, as part of our parlay. When you go to PickDogs, you won't see any favorites at all. It's all geared towards the underdog. Here's a 3-team parlay In fact, right here, just off the gate, a 3-team parlay that pays $10 pays $1,404. And you can see it right there. And to go to the Pick Dog parlay builder, you just click here and it's the same thing. It's also in the menu. The Pick Dog tools are not nearly as robust as the Sports Chat because they're just geared towards the underdog. It's blurry. Well, that's got to be your computer because to me, I see it as crystal clear. Anybody else seeing it blurry? You can always go to the website as well. But we'll just look at dog angles here. See what they have to say about this. Anything in the NBA with dogs? Nothing. All right. There's no NBA dog angle. Here we go. Dogs interconference are hitting at 54%. You can see on Pick Dogs, in Sports Chat, if the angle hit, if there was an angle, it was, and that had a bet, it was green. On Pick Dogs, it's red. That's the only difference. You go to here. And once again, Utah, Charlotte Hornets, again here. Once again, the Golden State Warriors fit this angle as well. And now also the Los Angeles Clippers fit this angle as well. You can see exactly how this angle has been doing. You can see it's actually lost 4 of its last 6. These aren't our bets. These are just stats and facts. But over the last 30 days, this angle's hit at 54%. And you go a little further back, you can see it had quite a run there. Hopefully this is all making sense, and hopefully it's helpful to you. And we're not here to, these aren't my picks. These aren't anything like that. These are picks and opinions based on data and trying to establish the probability of these bets occurring, of these scenarios occurring. That's all the betting tools do, and they do plenty of it. But I love the dog streaks. Everyone knows that. Nice and easy. I use these for my 7 free picks in just 5 minutes all the time. And here's the Buffalo Sabres covering the puck line as underdogs following overtime. 7 in a row. So we'll take that one right there. Minus 152. Of course, this is not a Q&A show about picks in general. We cover all of the games at sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com, giving you our opinion. We do videos on every single game. And, of course, we also have our live morning show as well as our drive-through show at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So plenty of places to do it, along with our premium picks. If you're looking for a specific game, you head on over to pickdogs.com and you click on the premium picks tab, and we got some of the top handicappers in the world at our website, and those picks are readily available, more than affordable pricing. So, you could see some of our cappers just absolutely on fire. So, but you can see here's yesterday's leaderboard. Here's from yesterday's picks, the last 7, last 30. All of our picks at Pick Dogs in the premium areas is totally documented. Of course, we also have our YouTube premium show and our YouTube VIP show where we give even more picks. So plenty of places to get picks that way. But this show, like I said, is all about the betting tools. Anyways, we covered 3 of the betting tools today. We'll be back tomorrow with another betting tool show. I'm going to do this show every single day until people fully understand the betting tools and are running on their own with them. And even then, I'll probably still come back and do this every single day so we can talk about what we found. You guys tell me what you found that was really cool on the betting tools for the day, and we could talk about it. But I always like to look at the player props, show them off, because I think these are so cool. You click on the NBA player props, and these things have been straight money. These props are hitting at 80% at over the last 5 games. What you try and do with these is you try and find a disparity where it's hitting at an 80% rate, but you're not having to pay 80% type odds. You can even go back over the last 10 games. we're going to have a big update on the player props starting next week. And I'll show you guys, of course, I'll walk you through all of that stuff. But I know it's only supposed to do 3 games. So here's Kispert, under 3.5 rebounds. Is he going to be deflated after his alma mater got whooped by Arkansas last night? We'll have to see. But anyways, a lot of stuff here, a lot of information. Head on over to sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. Just click on the betting tools tab. So that's where you find all of this stuff right here. Like I said, sportschatplace.com, A to Z betting tools, pick dogs, geared towards the underdog. Thanks everyone for joining me. Any questions about the betting tools, just leave them in the comments of this video. I will answer them the best that I can. Of course, I can't always answer everything, but I'll answer them the best that I can. Thank you very much. Aloha.